Hello viewers, what we have before us is the concept of logarithms and laws. There are actually two aspects of logarithm. We have the logarithm that has to do with the use of table, especially the ones you did in SS1 and the ones you do in SS2. But this aspect of laws of logarithm is dealt with in the SS3 mathematics. So we'll be starting with the definition of logarithm, after which I'll be listing out the laws of logarithms. So follow me, there are about 7 laws of logarithm. So we'll be taking those 7 laws together as we move on. So we'll be starting with the definition. The definition says, if log a to base b equals x, then this b to power x will be equals to a. B to power x will be equals to a. That's the definition of logarithm. Of course, they call this the definition of logarithm, but I like to call it my own first law of logarithm because it is a very important concept in logarithm, and most of the logarithm questions can be solved using this particular law. So it is called the definition of logarithm, but I call it the first law of logarithm. That's my number 1 law. Alright, so proceeding to the laws as follows. So the second one is this: log a to base x plus log b to base x. Seeing that these two logs are having exactly the same base, they have a common base, they can be combined together to give us log a times b, both to same base x. So that is what the second law states. Now, for the third law, we move on to the third law. Similar to second law, but in its own case, it's minus. So we have log a to base x minus log b to base x. Seeing that it is minus, this becomes log a divided by b, and both will be to what? Base x. And of course, this can also be written in this form: log a over b, both to base x. So they are one and same. So that's the third law of logarithm. The fourth law of logarithm says this: log a to base a. When you have a number, log of a number to same base, you see that these are two, they are exactly the same thing. So log a to base a is equals to 1. That's law number 4, according to law of logarithm, law number 4. Then going on to law number 5. Law number 5 says log 1 to any base, irrespective of whatever the base is. Log 1 to any base is always equals to 0. Log 1 to any base is always equals to what? 0. But of course, for every law that you have, or most of the laws, there's actually what? An exception. So it means that for this one, the exception is x must not be equals to 0. That is the exception for this one. But every other number apart from 0, when you have log 1 to that same base, to that base, is always going to be equals to 0. Alright, so the next one, the next law of logarithm, I think I would like to write the last two. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to write the last two here because an emphasis needs to be laid on these last two. Alright, law number 6 is this: log a to base x, and a is carrying the power b. That's log a raised to power b now to base x. Is this b comes behind to come and multiply log a to base x. So that's that. B comes behind to come and multiply. That's b log a to base x. That's what that law states. Now, in a similar manner, log a to base x, but this time around, instead of a carrying the power, it is this x which is the base that is carrying the power. So that's log a to base x raised to power b. That becomes, this b will still come behind to come and multiply, but instead of standing as b, it becomes 1 over b log a to base x. So these are basically the 7 laws of logarithm you will most likely be coming across in your secondary school level. Until you move to the higher institution, probably your 100 level or 200 level, they can have, I think there are 2 more laws, or probably 1 more law that you need to deal with. But for secondary school level, these 7 laws are enough for you to take on whatever question is given to you in the laws of logarithm. Thank you.